Hey guys, it's the Cello Jello. I hope you all had a good weekend, and it's Monday night. We made it through. We made it through Monday. Ugh. Um, so Friday night, I was really bored, so I was texting around my friends, and I was like, "Hey, what's happening tonight? 'Cause I want to go do something." And boyfriend was busy, and so I was like, and I didn't have plans. So I ended up going with my friend Griffington told me about Irish square dancing. I don't remember what it's called, and it's spelled differently from how it sounds, or maybe it's, I don't know. Irish square dancing, which is just like square dancing, which I can do, but with hopping on like certain feet on certain things, and you're going forward and back and side to side, and oh my gosh, it was so stressful. So I got off work at 3 and it didn't start till 7, so I was kind of going around town doing some girly stuff, whatever. Um, and then so I go to the thing and boyfriend texts me and he's like, "Hey, what are you up to? How was work?" And I was like, "Oh, it's fine. I'm learning how to dance. I'll call you later." And so I called him about 8 o'clock and I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up? They're about to start the dancing. They just finished the lesson, so all this stuff. I'm really bad at it." And he's like, "Oh, well, what time are you gonna be home?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know how long this thing lasts. Probably not for a few hours." He's like, "Oh, 'cause I'm at your apartment." I'm like, "Damn." He's been there for like 3 hours, and so I had to race home, and it was the night it started raining really hard. Oregon's finally getting rain. Yay! The end of summer. It's gonna be raining for the next like 7 months. Um, so I came home and it's raining, and I'm like, oh, I have to go slow. But yeah, so boyfriend was here and he was trying to surprise me, and he's like, "Where are you?" So yeah, that was my Friday night, and then Saturday did some sewing. I don't know. I feel like I was lazy all day. I cleaned a little bit. Um, and then yesterday I got to go visit my friends up in Wilsonville. Um, Stefan and Karen. They're pretty cool. They're awesome. And we played this game that Stefan made up. It's kind of like D&D. It's a tabletop game with zombies, and it's amazing. I'm not a big fan of D&D because I'm like, I don't know what to do next. Like, really, wasn't very good at choose your own adventure stuff. But it was like you roll up a character and like how much money you have, how old you are, and like you get to pick a class. And I picked soldier slash sniper, because it's supposed to be kind of modern day. Like the zombie apocalypse happened about 20 years ago, and so all this stuff. And then as you're sitting on the couch, he's got Google Maps up, and so you get to actually kind of see where you are in the game, and it's, oh my gosh, it's so cool. Like, there's so many different kinds of zombies. Like, there's um, Hulk type zombies that are like just basically the Hulk but undead. Um, there's sprinters, which are really scary. They're really fast. I don't know. There's the regular zombies that are kind of shuffling and all this stuff. And so it turns out my life situation that I rolled for, and I rolled really bad, was the band of people I was with just got eaten by cannibals. They're not zombies, they're humans that are like, well, we're just gonna eat humans. And so it was like, oh, okay, I have no friends. And I only rolled like $12 worth of gear, so I had like a knife and a crowbar and a granola bar. And so I was like, oh crap. So I don't know. I'm kind of wandering around and I see a couple zombies. I'm like, nope, I'm running the other way. Uh, and so I run the other way and I find a bunch of dead cars and I get one that kind of works. It's starting to start, but it didn't have gas, so I had to like find a hose and siphon gas from somebody else's car or from a different car. Um, which is apparently super rare in this game to find a working car and gas. And apparently I got like 5 gallons. It was great, but I accidentally got gas all over myself. Uh, and then I'm driving down the road, and I'm trying to get to the coast because apparently that's where some good colonies are of nice people that aren't going to kill you or turn you into slaves or eat you. Um, and I get maybe 5 miles, and a sprinter just busts through the window of my car, and it's like trying to eat me, and it like tears at my collarbone and like rips all almost to my armpit and all this stuff. And I'm like, really? Really? And so I'm trying to hit it with a crowbar, and I keep rolling really low. And I'm like, ah, crap. But I found a lighter in the car, and I'm like, I'm covered in gasoline. I'll rip my shirt off and throw it at it and light it on fire. Can't rip my shirt off. Rolled like a 2. So I basically went, and I couldn't get it off. And so thankfully I'm still driving the car really well, thanks to some saving rolls. And I decide to just throw the lighter on the floor and duck and roll out of the car, which means I destroyed the car. And the sprinter caught on fire, and I'm like running and all this stuff, and I don't know where it is. And I'm like, I only have 4 HP, which was a crappy roll. I had to change die, by the way. I had to change die. I had 4 HP, so the sprinter took like 3 with the gashing of my collarbone. And so I'm running, and I run across a river, and I hear a man, and I'm like, oh god, oh god. I don't know if he's gonna eat me, or if he's gonna turn me into a slave, or if he's just gonna ignore me, but I really need help, so I'm gonna take my chances. So I go, help, help. And he's like, can you walk? And he takes my knife and all this stuff, and I'm like, yes. And then he knocks me out, and I see it coming. He knocks me over the head. Thankfully, I rolled a save and pretended to be passed out. And as he was carrying me towards his friends, and he turned out to be a slaver, as he was carrying me towards his friends, I reach into his belt, because he's got me in a fireman carry, and grab my knife and rip it across his neck. Killed him. And then his friends are like, hey, what's going on? And I'm like, nothing. And I tried to bluff and pretend to be him, and I bluffed really bad. I got like a 3. And so I start booking it around some trees, and this is all on Google Maps, so it's like, it's so visual, and you can only zoom out so far because otherwise that gives you super knowledge of the territory, which I don't really have. And so I had looted the dead guy's body that I had just killed, and I had like a pistol and not a hatchet, I don't know, some big knife thing. Machete, that's what it was, and all this stuff. And so I'm like, I'm running, and 2 guys are chasing me, and one guy's kind of fat and slow, and then I hide around a corner and blow off the first guy's head with like a natural 20. Natural 20. And I'm like, yes! And so I go and I hide a little bit farther, and then the slow guy comes around the corner, like, and sees the guy with no back of his head, and he's like, I don't want to mess with you. I'm just gonna go. Okay. And so he runs off, and I loot the second guy's body, and now I've got some gear, and I'm really excited. I have like good boots. This game is awesome. And then I spent another half an hour trying to find somewhere safe. And Stefan is an awesome DM, but sometimes he gets a look and he's like, roll a spot check or something, and you're like, why? It's just terrifying. And like, there are these houses, and like, you can kind of look inside, but you don't really know unless you have like a really good spot check. And it's like, I don't know. And he keeps trying to get me to go into like RVs, and I'm like, nope, no, I can't do it. I just can't do it. So where my character is we're in Oregon, and my character is in Junction City. and I'm trying to get to the coast to meet up with the rest of my friends who are in a campaign right now. And I'm like, crap. I'm never gonna find another car. so, I don't know. I had some dodge, and I rolled a natural 20 with patching myself up, so I got like full power, and I had some meds, which I had to roll to check to see if I was gonna get addicted to. I don't know. He's thought of everything for this game. It's amazing. It's amazing. So that was my first thing. That was the first thing I did. And it's terrifying at first. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do because I could get killed at any moment. And so, I don't know, I ended up pulling up in a garage, and the sprinter is still somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm pretty sure he's still alive. Or, well, undead. Uh, so. And I smell like gasoline and blood. So I might come back to this game and find myself surrounded by zombies. Sad day. Okay. Well, back to real life. I know this is a really long video, so I'm gonna make it quick. Basically, I'm trying to build up the courage to talk to my boss to get me to do more sewing with my time rather than the production line stuff, like pulling off the cutting line. So, we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.